Hello and welcome to Heritage Open Days with Maidstone Museums. I'm Sam Harris, I'm the Collections Manager, and I cover all the museums in Maidstone, including the Maidstone Museum of Carriages. So we thought that unfortunately with the current medical situation we're not able to open the Carriage Museum. We thought we'd take Heritage Open Days as an opportunity to show you behind the scenes and highlight some of the carriages within the collections and some of the details often visitors don't get to see. So we hope you enjoy looking at some of the surprise things we have here in the museum. Right, so the first carriage that I'm going to sort of give you a bit of information about is probably one of the most recognisable to people of Maidstone. This is the Mayor's Carriage, and it's the only one from the museum's collection that actually goes out. The rest all stay within the museum because they're not working vehicles. But this is a ceremonial Landau, so it's very much a vehicle of the wealthy. It actually was made and belonged to one of Queen Victoria's sons. It was given to the people of Maidstone in the 1950s to be used by the Mayor for his installation ceremonies. So this actually does go out most years, depending on the weather, for the Mayor's installation ceremonies. I'm just going to talk you through a few sort of details of the carriage, which sometimes get a little bit missed. So this has the town's coat of arms on it, which has the iguanodon on one side and the lion on the other. We are one of the only towns in the world to have a dinosaur on its coat of arms in Maidstone. But then some more of the details of the construction of the carriage. So here, I don't know if you can see, is the piece hanging down is called a drag chute. Carriages traditionally didn't have brakes, not this era anyway, so this would have acted as a brake. So when the carriage stopped, or if it was going up a hill, this would be placed under the wheel to stop it sliding backwards or forwards. This is also a form of a kind of early convertible, so it actually has the top up at the moment, but it could be taken down. If the weather was nice, you could sort of have it open in a kind of concertina action. So these braces here fold back and the whole top folds down. But obviously if the weather's bad, then you would kind of have yourself sort of covered up and comfy inside. Now we're going to sort of take the opportunity to have a quick look inside, which is something most people don't get the opportunity to do. So straight away, we can see that there's quite beautiful blue inside. A lot of carriages do have these fold-down steps, particularly these kind of ceremonial vehicles. So I'll just fold the steps down as well. And just to point out another few details of the carriage as well, on Landaus and particularly ceremonial vehicles, you have what's called a hammer cloth. They're very stiff fabric, often kind of wool or felt, and very, very decorative. This is actually the seat that the driver would have sat on. The piece underneath it is commonly called a boot, and this is where some of the terms are transferable from carriages to modern cars as well. And then other little details include things like the springs. So the suspension systems varied from carriage to carriage, depending on the purpose of it and how wealthy you were, and also over time. But here we can see the elliptical springs, which actually would have given a little bit of a smoother ride. This time, though, roads were in very poor condition, so it wouldn't have been particularly comfortable. I've been very lucky to actually have travelled in this coach before one of the Mayor's installations, so very privileged to have been able to do that. And I'm very doubtful though that any day they'll ever let me actually drive it.